What's up, guys? We're back here with another review. This time we're reviewing Venom, directed by Ruben Fletcher, starring Tom Hardy as Venom. So put on your slippers and let's get comfortable. So let me just start off saying this movie's not good. This is not a good movie. Really the only thing that I felt that was enjoyable was Tom Hardy. And since he does the voice as Venom, it's basically just Tom Hardy. Venom was good. I really like what they did with him and how he looked. Like, how you see him in the trailers, it looks just as good as on screen. But really, when Tom Hardy is not there, it's not an engaging movie. The characters, you don't care about at all. They focus so much on trying to develop Tom Hardy's character, which makes sense, he's the main character. But all these other characters that they try to put in, they try to develop them, and it doesn't go anywhere. What I liked about Tom Hardy's performance in this movie is that it's kind of like a comedical kind of performance, and like at first that's kind of, you're like, that's weird, like it doesn't fit. But as the movie keeps going and it progresses, it starts to grow on you. You start to accept it more. And at first, once you get past that, once it grows on you and everything like that, you realize, like, this is actually, he's doing a really good job in a movie that's not good at all. But the main thing about this movie that doesn't work is the script. The story, the characters is so poorly written. The first like hour 20 of this movie, and the movie is like an hour 55 minutes long, but the first like hour to an hour and 20 minutes, they try to develop these characters and you don't even know where the story's going, and not in a good way. Like some movies, they can try to like hide the story with like this kind of mystery kind of element, and you're not sure where it goes. It takes surprising turns and everything like that. No, you have no idea what the hell this movie is going towards. There's no story. You finally figure out the story in like the last 30 minutes of the movie. In the last 30 minutes, you finally figure out where this movie was going, and you're just like, it took you that long to tell me where you were going to take us. And back to the characters. The first hour, like I said, they try to set up these characters and try to bring some life into them. And besides Tom Hardy's character, who isn't even that well developed, but he's the most developed out of all the characters and has the most like story arc to it. The other characters, they're just pushed to the side. They're terrible. They try. The only one that I felt like they tried was the villain, which Riz Ahmed's character. They tried to develop it, and they did an okay job, but it's still not good. Michelle Williams' character, don't need her there. I did not need her there at all. And she's in the movie, but like she shows up when she needs to be in the movie. And it feels weird when these characters are just kind of thrown into the movie. They show up, do their thing, leave, and then all of a sudden they just appear back randomly. It feels weird, especially Jenny Slate's character, who I enjoy Jenny Slate. I think she's a very funny comedian, but oh my god, her character's terrible. Every time her character came up on screen, I was just like, what the hell is this? This character is so unappealing and so uninteresting and just has no life into them. It's really sad to see some of these actors in this movie, and you know how talented they are, and to have no life in their character is really something. And the actors can only do so much. They're given the material, the dialogue they have to read, and they can try to give out their best performance, but it doesn't translate just because of how bad the dialogue is and the script is. It just brings down the movie so much, and it's really noticeable. Excuse me. And the CGI in this movie, even though I thought the symbiotes like Venom and Riot, while I thought they looked nice, and you could tell that's where they put their main money in. Some of the other CGI stuff, like the what is it? You've seen in the trailer how like this Tom Hardy's symbiote is like attacking these people in like this apartment using the like those arms, and they stretch across and stuff like that. Like it looks okay in the trailer, but in the movie it does not look good at all. And it's weird to see something like that. And that leads on to the action. I thought the action, how it was shot, it felt so cutting. Like it would just be, you just have one action scene right there, and then it would just cut right away to the other action scene. And it feels very choppy. And I didn't like that part of the movie when it got to the action, because the action is supposed to draw you in, and the action, it took me out of the movie for a bit just because of how choppy it was. It was sad to kind of to watch the action scenes in this movie. And then it leads on to the main symbiote villain in the movie, which is Riot, which is so stupid. What they did in the beginning of the movie, and what kind of they tease up, well, they show you kind of what he's doing. It's so stupid. Like when it was happening, like I knew who it was and what they were doing, but it was so slow and so pointless. Like I felt like they shouldn't really even had the parts of him at all in the movie up until the end, because that's really what it felt like. It just felt like they were like, okay, we need to show that Riot is in the movie, and what they did to kind of execute that, it's laughable. Like when the scenes were coming up, I was chuckling, and I was like, this is dumb, this doesn't work. So that was very sad to see. I would give Venom a 1.8 out of 5. I was very disappointed in this movie, and while Tom Hardy does his best to portray Venom and bring the character Eddie Brock to life, and while he does, in a weird kind of way, succeed at that, like he really executes that, the rest of the movie is not good. It's uninteresting, and the script that they wrote for this movie was terrible. I did not like the script that they wrote for this movie, and that's what really weighs it down. All the problems that I had with this movie, all the main problems that I had with this movie, it's all inside the script, and that's disappointing to see for a movie I was really looking forward to. So that was my review, guys, on Venom. I kind of wanted to show these pops off that I got. So I got this Venomized Captain America, and I thought this was really cool, especially how he has like the smile on it and the tongue sticking out. I thought this was a really cool pop to have, and when I saw it, I was like, oh, I have to get this. And then I also got this Venomized Iron Man, and I thought this was really cool how it makes it look like he's like taking flight, basically, with this like almost like explosion, different from like how Iron Man usually takes off. Yeah. So I saw these pops and I was like, oh yeah, I have to get them. That was my review, guys, on Venom. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Did you agree? Did you disagree? So remember, guys, every film is subjective. Just because I like something doesn't mean you will, and vice versa. Just because I might hate something, maybe you'll like it. For example, Venom. I didn't like Venom, maybe you guys will. So leave a like in this video, subscribe, comment, be kind to one another, and have a good rest of your day, guys.